I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video I will discuss with you a very strange strategy to find coterminal angles in radians. Determine the coterminal angle for the following in the given domain. So we have two questions here and we'll apply our strategy in these questions. The angle given to us is 2 pi over 3 and we have to find coterminal angles over interval minus 2 pi to 4 pi. The second one is 15 pi over 4 and we need to find the coterminal angle over the interval minus 2 pi to plus 2 pi. As you know, coterminal angles are the angles which you get by adding and subtracting multiples of 2 pi, right? So I should say integral multiples of 2 pi. Now, most of the time students find it difficult to add or subtract fractions. So this technique of mine includes the very basic, that is, whenever you want to add or subtract fractions, you should have common denominator, right? So what we will do is we will write these intervals also in terms of common denominator of 3. So we are actually interested in the angle 2 pi by 3. So this interval I can write as this is minus 2 pi by 1. I want to make it 3. So it will be over 3. I'm multiplying that by 3. So it will be minus 6 pi by 3. And the other end is 4. I'll multiply by 3. So I will get this as 12 pi over 3. So we can consider this interval as between minus 6 pi by 3 to 12 pi by 3, correct? Minus 6 divided by 3 is minus 2. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So it's exactly the same interval. But it helps. It helps how? It helps since we can find the coterminal angles by now adding 2 pi by 3 with what? So normally to find coterminal angles, what do? You add or subtract k times 2 pi, right? Where k belongs to set of integers. Now 2 pi also means with denominator of 3, I could write 2 pi as, so what I'll do is I will add or subtract 2 pi by 3 with 2 pi as 2 pi, this is 2 pi by 1, I'll multiply by 3 both numerator and denominator. So in that case, what I'm really doing is I am adding and subtracting 6 pi by 3. Do you see that? So in 2 pi by 3, we will add and subtract 6 pi by 3 and get our answers. Now let's look into it. So here we have 2 pi by 3 and we are going to add and subtract multiples of, this is 6 pi by 3, correct? I hope you understand that part. So if to 2 pi I add 6 pi, what do I get? I get 8 pi, right? So on this side I get 8 pi over 3. If I again add 6, I get 14, which is more than 12, so I cannot include that. So this is one of the answers on the right side. On the left side, we have to take away 6 pi by 3. So when I take away 6 pi by 3, I get minus 4 pi, correct? Minus 4 pi by 3. Further, if I take away 6 pi, I get minus 10. So that is not within our limit. So these are the two possible answers. Do you see? So therefore, we can write from here that the coterminal angles are minus 4 pi by 3 and 8 pi by 3. Do you get the point? So here I explained you the strategy, and this strategy we are going to apply now here, right? So what we have here is 15 pi by 4. Now to find the coterminal angles, we have to add multiples of 2 pi. So basically we could add and subtract something by 8 pi by 4. Do you understand? 8 pi by 4 is 2 pi, right? So that is what we are going to do. And the interval for us is going to be transformed now. So we'll transform this interval to in terms of pi by 4. So we have 2 pi minus and plus. So if I divide by 4, I have to multiply by 4 also. So I get this as minus 8 pi by 4 to plus 8 pi by 4. So that becomes my modified interval, which is actually the same, right? Now let's add to 15. So we basically have to subtract, since 8 pi by 4 is much lower than 15. So we have to subtract. So let us subtract 8 from 15. What do we get? We get 7. So coterminal angles will be from 15 pi by 4, we will subtract 8 pi by 4. So what do we get? We get 7 pi by 4. So that is the first one, right? Now, which is very much within this, right? Now again, we can subtract 8 pi by 4 from here. So from 7 pi by 4, again, let's subtract 8 pi by 4, which is as good as subtracting 2 pi. We get minus pi by 4. Minus pi by 4 is also within the domain. But now if I subtract 8, it will be minus 9 pi by 4, which will not be in the domain, correct? And therefore, our answer is minus pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. I hope you understand and appreciate, and you also see how efficient and effective this method is. Especially when you have multiple choice questions, nothing can beat it. I'm Anil Kumar. Subscribe to my videos and learn a lot about similar topics. Thank you and all the best.